Our champion's getting the recognition he deserves. Alola everyone, Trayman1 here. Welcome back to another Pokemon Journeys Anime review, guys. Today we are covering episode 76. After the week break, we are finally back with another Alola episode at that. So how did this do? We know this is a big build up to the Volkner episode coming next week, so let's go to get right into this. This episode really starts off driving that Ash is the Alola region champion. Ash and go to the Alola region to enter in this Pokemon catch race, which I'm glad that they actually did this. We haven't had a catch episode for Go like this in a while. I remember when episode 6 first came out, I was like, oh, this is going to be annoying getting this every couple episodes or so. But they actually don't really do a lot of these. So seeing that they did another one, I am actually kind of glad for it. And right when Ash gets to the Alola region, 2 of his fans come and say, oh my gosh, you're the big celebrity, the first winner of the Alola League, the Champion Ash. And I love this so much. They dropped this throughout the whole series. To be honest, the way that they just keep saying Champion Ash, champion this, champion that, really makes me feel like the Journeys writers actually listen to us, where our clients were like, come on, they're not mentioning Ash as the champion, not even Iris, but they were like, hold up folks, we got you, because in this episode and the next episode, they really are driving that champion force into us. Even with Go is actually finding out for the first time. I thought he might have found out off screen, maybe when they went to Ash's house, because, you know, he had all the trophies. But no, Go is like, wait, you're the champion? Why didn't you mention this? And Ash is just like, oh, I forgot. I love this scene so much because it really shows how much Ash has humbled himself since when he begun. In the Indigo League, Ash was so cocky. He was like, oh, I made it to the top 16 of the Kanto League. You know, he used to brag all the time. Up until I say about AG, he bragged a lot. But seeing that he humbled himself DP to now shows a lot of character growth for our boy. So I really do love this a lot. And even when we get to the actual race, for starters, we get the return of Anna, the announcer from the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime. I thought this was really dope. I didn't expect to see her character ever return again, but she's here announcing as she did with the Pancake Race and previous events in the Alola region. So that's pretty cool to see. And just in general, for starters, you know, Ash and Go actually used their Pokemon in this episode to help them out. That's one issue I used to have with Journeys, where they would never really use their Pokemon, where Team Rocket would appear or something. They would be able to use them to fly or something, but Ash just didn't have his other Pokemon on them, I guess. But nope, here we get to see Go use Boldore, Pukumuku, which Go actually does use his Pokemon quite a bit, but Ash also brings out his Lucario, and we get this nice, interesting scene of Lucario activating his aura power. So they might be finally starting to build up to Lucario's arc. As we know, it's going to be fighting in the next episode as well. And B is soon to be reappearing. Hopefully Karina as well, as I do believe Ash will get Mega Lucario sometime in the series. So seeing that they're actually activating his aura once again has me kind of excited. I also find it pretty interesting that the Pokemon that Ash and Go were trying to find were Pokemon that Ash tried to catch in the Sun and Moon anime. At first, there's the Alolan Geodude. Ash tried to catch an Alolan Geodude, but he failed. Then there's also the Passimians, where Ash didn't try to catch the Passimians, but many people thought that Ash was going to catch the Passimians. And, you know, to this day, I still think he might have. But as we know, in the dub, that Passimian episode had to get, you know, dropped off because of circumstances. But I feel like that may have affected the Japanese, you know, audience as well, where maybe they didn't continue a Passimian plot. Because I feel like they really could have did something with the Passimians later on. But maybe that wasn't the plan at all. Who knows? Unfortunately, you know, Ash never catches the Passimians, but Go does in his place. And then there's Breakfish, where Ash didn't try to catch this Pokemon. I feel like it would have been cool to see Corsola here, because Ash did try to catch a Corsola in one episode, but Corsola isn't an Alola Pokemon, and the whole theme of this event is to catch Alola Pokemon, so I get why they threw Breakfish here instead. But still, it was pretty cool to see them reference all of these Pokemon in the series, especially with the Passimians. Ash remembered from that Passimian episode, you know, the Passimians like to play football, they like to play catch. So Ash uses that to his advantage to help bring out the Passimians in this episode. I really love these scenes a lot. This episode also directly ties into the next episode, because as we know, these trainers are trying to use Z moves. Ash is going to be using his Z move in the next episode. And in this episode, Ash actually ends up teaching these trainers a few tricks. As we see, they use their Z move, but they're not in sync. They're doing 2 different poses, and it's not syncing them up with their Pokemon as well, which is why the Z move is weak. I love this about Z moves so much. Z moves and Mega Evolution in the anime have definitely shown that you need a lot of power, training, and hard work to master these things. And in this episode, further backs that up, seeing how these trainers tried to use it multiple times but fail. And Ash is just like, that's not a Z move. You got to be in sync with your Pokemon. You have to have the bond and the connection. And once he actually teaches this to these trainers, they are actually able to perform a Z move on Team Rocket. Man, it's just, Dynamax really sucks in my opinion in this scenario because there's not much training that you can do with Dynamax. Obviously, I feel like Pikachu would need to train with it to get better, but I don't think they're going to do that. I think he's just going to come out and use it again and then just somehow be good with it. Because you don't really have that bond. It's not too much stakes with Dynamax. So, seeing that they're focusing more on Z moves and Mega Evolution again does put a smile on my face. And it was dope to finally see the Pokémon Z in the anime. I believe this series will show off all of the Z moves that we haven't seen yet. I made a theory about Gold making the Z ring as well, possibly getting the Mew Z later down the line. So who's not to say we won't get to see all the other Z moves, and Ash may actually get some more himself, as he has a lot of Pokemon, but he doesn't really have Z moves for them. He can only really use Pikachu and Lucario at the time. So seeing if Ash may go back and get some more of them Z crystals later down in the series would be pretty cool. I also really love the way that Team Rocket were utilized in this episode as well. Team Rocket haven't been the best in Journeys, but in this episode, they're here on a mission to catch the Alola Pokemon. But then they mention, oh man, we're in Alola, I miss the Pokemon. And Jesse's like, how about we go check in on our Pokemon before we leave? I just love this line so much because it's like, it shows that Team Rocket still cares about their Pokemon. Yeah, they've been using the Gacha, and it's not really the best for Team Rocket's character because they don't have any care for these Pokemon. They do care about them, but we're not going to see these Pokemon again. So seeing that they actually have some care for their Alola Pokemon, and we actually get to see them reunite with these Alola Pokemon in a pretty funny way as well. Bewear grabs them once again. Jesse's happy to see Mimikyu. Marini does the classic thing on James's head. Stuffer doesn't really do much, and Bewear obviously hugs them. So I just love that they added this scene so much. Just seeing that we're going to see the Team Rocket Pokemon again does put a smile on my face. And my buddy Gogglemaster mentioned a pretty missed opportunity, where here they could have had the Gacha Pokemon be a Mimikyu and a Marini, not theirs specifically because, they're not at the base, but that would have been a cool little reference where it kind of further backs down, man, we miss our Pokemon. But then again, that would probably have to lead to more, maybe the Pokemon coming back, which that wasn't going to be the case. This is just a nice little cameo. In the end, Ash and Go end up winning this race as well. And I think this episode is setting up a lot of things. For one, it sets up Ash versus Volkner, as Ash is going to get his Z move again. He actually realizes that he's about to fight Volkner in 1 week's time, which is actually accurate in real life as well. So they are definitely setting up the Volkner fight. But I also believe they may be setting up Ash's first title defense. As we know, they've been driving this whole Champion of Alola thing. And with these two trainers, they're like, we're going to master our Z move and challenge you to a battle and beat you for your champion title, Ash. So we may be seeing these two trainers are going to be the first title defense that we'll see in the series. And if that's the case, I'm super pumped because I really want to see Ash battle against Akomo. We never got to see him fight the Totem because Gladion took that one on. And who knows, maybe at the end of the fight with these trainers, he may get the Dragon Z move for both Dracovish and Dragonite. That would be pretty cool if he gets rewarded stuff for defending his title. So if that's going to be the case, if this is how he's going to get more Z crystals as well, I'm totally fine with it. I can't wait to see these trainers come back. Obviously, I want to see Kiawe and Ash have a full fight in the Alola League, but who knows? We may get to see that later on in the series. But if these are going to be the first title defense, I'm looking forward to it. My overall rating for this episode is a solid 7 out of 10. Now, yes, I really did enjoy this episode a lot, but, it wasn't too special at the end of the day. I kind of wish, they did a little bit more with the Z moves. And what I mean by that is, yeah, Ash did explain what they needed to do to actually get better. But I don't know, back in Sun and Moon, we used to get a lot more hard work and dedication to master these Z moves. We had a whole episode of Ash and Lycanroc just practicing the poses to get it right. So, that's my only little thing. It's a kind of rushed, but this is Journeys. They're episodic, so I can't really blame them too much. We also get to see that Volkner is now ranked 27, so that battle is going to be hype. And Ash is definitely getting serious for the hyper class. But I love that these episodes connect as well. Nice setup, Journeys. You're taking a step in the right direction. In the comment section down below, let me know what you all thought of this episode. I'd love to hear. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Trayman1, peace out.